Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Ume low voltage mini pendant. This is going to be the 161182, and the real star of the show on this is going to be this incredible piece of glass that we have here. And Ume is Japanese for plum blossom, and that's exactly what this looks like. So hand-blown piece of glass, really, really pretty. Reminds me a lot of, if you're familiar with the Dome Glass Company in France, they produce a lot of stuff like this, going back hundreds of years, and this is exactly what this looks like, to me anyway. So this is going to be sandblasted on the inside, so it's going to be matte, and what that means is it makes it somewhat opaque, so you don't really see what's going on inside, which is going to be your socket setup in your bulb. And then the outside of it is glossy, so it's just got this beautiful milkiness to it. Really, really pretty piece of glass on its own. You'll notice at the top there's an embedded ring, and this is an aluminum ring that has threading inside, so that's going to screw under your socket. So you're also going to notice the pull-down menu is going to say choose your finish, and that's going to be, the finish is going to be on the canopy up in the ceiling, and there's a little piece about that high that's going to go on here before the cable starts, and that's going to be in that same finish. So that's what that is all about. So cable on it is going to be kind of a steely gray. Up on that canopy is going to be 5.5 inches in diameter and 2.26 inches tall. And some of that is going to be what's called the gripper. And the gripper is the part that the cable goes into and grips. You'll notice that it's going to be kind of a chrome plating on it, like a nickel plating. And if you want to bring that cable down during your installation, because you want to adjust this a little bit up and down, you can't do it all the time because that can damage the cable. But if you want to do it just to adjust it during your installation, you're going to take your thumbnail and you're going to push onto that gripper, push it in, that'll release the gripper, and that'll let you bring this down or up. And actually, the up part of this means that you're going to be pushing this into the gripper, and that means the cable is going to coil up inside that canopy. That's why the canopy is so big, thick anyway. So that's what that is. That's that. Okay, let's move on and talk about the size of the fixture body itself, which is the glass, obviously. It's coming in at 6.4 inches tall, so from the top of the retaining ring to the very bottom of the piece. Diameter is 5.5 inches in diameter. The overall height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself, gives you a pretty good range. 15 inches at its shortest to 80 inches at its longest as standard product. If you need yours to be longer than 80 inches, drop me a quick email, tell me what you're looking for. We do custom lengths, I need to know exactly what you need. I even overshoot it a little bit when I'm doing that, just to give you a little wiggle room to make it longer if need be. I'm going to take your email, send it through the customs department at Hubbardton Forge, comes back with a quote number, adds a little time and money, but we do customs every day, so don't be afraid. It's coming in at 3.2 pounds, it's very light. That canopy is going to hang off this. This is a 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have in your ceiling. And I want to show you a little bit more information about all that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open it up. It's going to show you all the parts, how easy it is to go together, but it's going to show you some really good line drawings, schematic drawings of that canopy holding a transformer up there. It's going to transform your line voltage into low voltage that safely goes down through that cable. And that's all going to go on here, and there's some good drawings to show you more about that, so take advantage of it if you can. This is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees already as is. You don't have to do anything different about it. Gravity is going to make it hang straight down. Why don't we talk about lumens on this and lamping? So like I said, it's a low voltage fixture, low voltage coming down to a G4 socket down below. So a G4 socket is going to use a bulb that's basically called a G4, but they also called a GY 6.35, and that has it's a little bulb about that big, kind of a cylinder. It has two little prongs coming out of it and just pushes right in. It's very, very simple. So Hubbardton has a favorite bulb that they like to use for these things. It's made by a company called Emery Allen, which makes the highest quality LED bulbs in the entire world. You can go to their website and buy directly, or you can buy online. You don't necessarily have to use them, but they're a good source, I think anyway. You can use up to a 4-watt bulb for this. So it's going to be a 4-watt G4 bulb. You can still go on Amazon or go to Home Depot or Walmart or those places and look just as easily, but it's going to be easy to go online. So a 4-watt version of this bulb gives you the light output, which is going to be 425 lumens, comparable to a 50-watt halogen. So it's going to throw a pretty decent light. If you're wondering, is this going to be enough task lighting for what I'm doing in my project? A good idea would be to send me pictures of it and tell me about the situation with the ceiling. What other lights you have in the room? Do you have pot lights that are around the walking areas of the kitchen? All those little details, and we can kind of go over what you can do about all that. You're going to notice when you go to Emery Allen and if you go to other websites, they're going to offer that bulb to you in different ways. Like 2700 Kelvin is a super yellow light, and that's going to be one of the options they're going to offer to you. And then they're also going to offer to you something called daylight, which sounds like a warm light, but it is not a warm light. That is that bluish white hospital waiting room overcast day light that a lot of people kind of make not so happy about LEDs. And I'm one of those people. I'm not crazy about that cool light, the bluish white light. Anyway, that's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What I like to use in my showroom, talk about it in every video, is going to be warm white, soft white, and that's 3,000 Kelvin. When you look at this table, this is a 3,000 Kelvin bulb that's above us providing the light for this video, and that's warm white, soft white, which I like to use. It's a totally dimmable fixture, don't worry about that. Just when you're buying the bulbs, make sure it says dimmable if that is your plan. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.